Okay, students, this video is going to show you how to properly save your final video after I have approved it, okay? So this student would have gone through and gotten everything they needed in here, double checked their spelling, checked all their audio levels. I've approved it, everything's ready to go. You will come up to File, Export, Media. You need to change this to H.264 if it's not already selected. You want this to say match source high bit rate. You want to change this output name. This is where you're going to name your file. So this would be Classroom Spotlight, Grant and Ivan. And then that is going to get saved into their folder, but it's also then going to get saved into the finalized story folder. So we're going to go ahead and move that, 4th hour. So final story submission is where we really want this finalized video to be. Okay, so I'm going to click that, and you can see that Grant's video is already there. So I guess I'll call this number 2 just so I don't overwrite theirs, just for the sake of doing this. Okay, I'm going to say save, and then I'm going to say export. So you'll see that it's going to take a little bit of time here to process, and you want to let it do that processing. If it finished in like 5 seconds for some reason, that means it did not do your whole story, and you may need to move your playhead up to the beginning of your story or some other things if it's not saving properly. But this is taking about an adequate amount of time for a Classroom Spotlight, so that's a good sign. We're going to let that finish out. Now it says your video was exported successfully. Well, let's go double check that. We can't just rely on that as an absolute. So we're going to go into that final story submission folder and see, here's the one I called Classroom Spotlight Grant and Ivan 2. I'm going to double click it, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to make sure the entire thing is there.
Always wanted
Make sure it's
to
saved,
and not give.
make sure everything about it is there. Now I can take that and I can move that also into, I could go back to DMC here and hover. So I'm going to do that and make sure that I put it in my folder also. So I'm going to keep looking, 4th hour, and then I'm going to go to my folder right here, and I'm going to make sure that I put it in there. And then I can double check that I have put that there as well, okay? So that's good to have, just so that you have it in 2 places, but the place that you truly need to have it is in the finalized story, because then we can grab it for the Trojan TVs. That's where it needs to be, this finalized story submission, okay? Thank you.